Welcome to GGI Live, episode 27 with the Go Get It Real Estate Team.
7
In 2018.
Oh, New
number
Year.
one.
Yeah.
New Year, so Happy New Year, everybody.
Absolutely.
Hope the holiday season was great.
Mm-hmm.
You're with the Go Get It Real Estate Team where dreams are big. But taking action is
Way bigger.
It's way bigger.
Absolutely.
So today, we're a little tardy. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But it's because the value, we just had a value jam sesh,
Mm-hmm.
and we're like, it just had to keep going, and then we looked at the time, we're like, we got to get on live.
Yeah. For our viewers,
We got to go get it.
you guys. Yeah,
waiting
absolutely.
to go get it. But anyway, we're going to kick it off. What are we talking about today? We're talking about 3 rental tips.
Mm-hmm.
How to manage rentals efficiently, and 3 tips to help you do that. What are we going to get into before the tips? A quote of the day.
Of course.
So this is a quote by Napoleon Hill. Whatever the mind of a woman or man can conceive and believe, it can achieve.
I like that. I like that.
Powerful. That's deep.
Yeah.
Very deep.
Very deep.
Very deep.
Very deep.
Okay, guys. So we're gonna get it kicked off. I'm gonna start with tip number 1,
Awesome.
which is, it may seem very simple,
Mm-hmm.
but a welcome letter.
Absolutely.
And in this welcome letter, it's not just, welcome to the unit, have fun. No, you're setting standards, you're setting the rules, you're letting them know how you operate as a company and what you expect out of them, because at the end of the day, they are renting from you and you still need to pay the mortgage bills. It's your property. So you set the standards and let them know how you operate. And at the same time, it's a very nice thing for them to receive a greeting letter saying, hey, welcome to the unit. This is the guidelines to follow. This is when rent needs to be paid. This is everything drawn out so they don't have any questions and they're not in confusion, or when something happens that was not supposed to happen in the way you wanted it to, then they can't say, well, you never told me that. You can say, actually, no, I sent it to you on day 1, and it's also in the lease. And there's multiple ways of that you saying, we talked about this.
Exactly.
So, is there anything you want to add on?
Yeah, you know what, and as Tay said, it's all about setting that standard from the beginning, right? And it's so crucial of doing that because, when things start happening, when repairs start needing to happen on the unit, or something goes wrong, or something, anything of that nature, you already have set that standard on how they should proceed, right? If the heat goes out in the house, it really shouldn't, and it's 1 in the morning or 2 in the morning, it really shouldn't be, you getting the call. It should be Manitoba Hydro getting the call, right? Because there's nothing really that I can send someone down at that late in the morning. Manitoba Hydro does have an emergency line for those type of situations during winter time, right? So we give a step-by-step procedure for when repairs, what happens when there needs to be something repaired, or emergency situations, so they know exactly what to expect. And not only that, but then it really systemizes your process, and it doesn't blow up your phone, right? And it doesn't blow up your phone with tenants calling you for every little item, right? And it just really systemizes it so that if there are certain items, they just send you an email, you forward it off to your handyman, and it's done, right?
Totally.
And that's the most important part.
Manage the emergency of the situation.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So,
Number 2.
I got number 2, it looks like, here, guys. And we are going to write inspections. Okay? And these are tips that are going to help you. Don't mind my sloppy writing here. These are tips that are going to help you with your rental business, right? So first, a welcome letter. Set that standard, set those expectations, give them all the contact information for emergency, all the things that they will need. And then inspections, right? So you're going to do a move-in inspection, of course, and that is crucial because if they move out and there's no move-in inspection to refer to and there's damage in the house, you will be responsible for those damages, right? Because you don't have proof of how that house was when they moved in, right? So move-in inspection, that is crucial, and then move-out inspection, obviously that is essential as well. But not only that is you're going to do quarterly inspections. So every 3 months you are going to be doing an inspection. So in total you should have about 4 to maybe 6 inspections done on a unit, generally about 4, sometimes it ends up being 6. But that's how many inspections that you want to do. And what that's going to allow you to do is keep on top of things, right? So you're not going to come put them into your unit and then only see them at the end of the year, right? And then be like, oh, what the heck happened to this wall? What the heck happened to the dishwasher, you know? Mm-hmm. Or what happened to the handle of this fridge? Why didn't I hear any of this, right? Mm-hmm. And now you're forking up money at the end of the lease, and you're scrambling to get a new tenant in there. You're trying to fix it up at the same time. It's just a headache, right? So if you're doing this on a quarterly basis, then you are going to be able to minimize those risks and those items. And you know, Taylor and I have, you know, we dealt with a handful of, you know, rental disasters, so to speak, and we created these systems so that we can minimize these
those
types.
Don't happen.
Exactly, right? So anything that Jay wants to add here?
I mean, inspections, the reason you do it is you minimize the surprise.
Yeah.
That's pretty much in a nutshell what it is, because if you're not inspecting, you're losing touch of that rental.
Yeah.
And then when you go back there, it could be a war zone.
Exactly.
And, you know, you are the one who takes the fall for all the war zone activity. I'm going to even add another inspection onto that.
Ooh.
You don't need to go into the unit on this one, but it's a monthly drive-by.
Yep.
You know, especially when properties are vacant. This is very, very important.
Absolutely.
Every property has the lingo. Someone needs to move out. It has that, you know, 15-day to 30-day, hopefully max vacancy. If longer, well, then you need to kick it up. Just drive by. Mm-hmm. Just do a little drive-by, see if there's any weird activity. In the winter especially, we can tell if there's foot tracks around the property. But if you're not dealing in climates like that, we'll just drive by, walk out, kind of look in. If it's vacant, of course go in, check it out, and just add it to your routine. Systemize it out if you can to an assistant or whatever it may be. But just staying in touch with these properties is very important to minimize repairs, damages, and like Saran said, you being in limbo for having a vacant property and not getting someone in.
Exactly.
So tip number 3.
Trades.
Okay.
Trades all day long.
All day long. I'm
very fancy.
very good at writing 3.
Yeah.
So data collection.
Yeah.
So this is very important with any business you're doing. So
Absolutely.
we're gonna hone in on the rental. So when we have tenants in, out, when they're moving in, we give them a qualifying sheet, just kind of what did you like about the process, what did you not like about the process that they're moving out, why are you moving out, what could we have done better, please help us service our clients better. And that's exactly what it is. A tenant is a client of ours, and we want to treat them with a lot of respect. Of course, how we treat them, we want to be treated the same. Exactly. But we're always looking to get better, get data collection. I didn't even write it.
Yeah, right. You got excited.
Is your email Saran
at Go Get Real Estate?
Okay. This one lost connection. The Instagram's still live though.
Okay. Sounds good. Looks like we lost connection on our Facebook, but it's coming back. Don't worry, guys.
It's coming back. It's coming back. Right. But we're still
live on Instagram.
We're still live, and we're still talking.
Keep going, baby. We're gonna keep going.
So data collection, as we were talking about, always be concerned about how you can service better, and you know it all starts from number 1. Set the standard, watch the standard, and how can you get better? Yeah. And you know, obviously, if a tenant's treating you like crap, you're not going to say, well, how can I service you better? Yeah. You know, no, you're going to get rid of the problem, get a new tenant in who treats you with respect, and then you're going to want to keep servicing them, getting better, improving your business, improving your standard, because over exceeding expectations just separates you from the rest of the crowd. And people, we have tenants who have been with us for like 3-4 years now.
Absolutely.
And they will say, you know what, this house is a little small for me. Do you have anything else? Yeah. And then we'll shift them over to a bigger house. Yeah. And then they're staying there for a bit now. They don't want to move anywhere else because the service we're giving them.
They want to stay with us.
They want to stay with us because they like the way we operate. Christmas comes around, they get a little gift. We actually get gifts as well. Yeah. So it's it's just servicing. It's a relationship. Putting time and effort into the relationship is really what it is.
Absolutely.
And just always being conscious of how you can get better yourself as a management team.
Exactly. The other thing that I'll add to that is, with the data collection, when you're giving them the application, the qualifying, all that kind of stuff, asking, what are the 5 things that they are looking for in a rental, and at the end also, as Taylor was saying, getting why are you leaving, getting some information. Maybe they weren't looking for something bigger. Maybe they didn't like something about how you service them, and just improving, right? Because that's the whole thing. That's what we're trying to do, is always constantly trying to grow and improve. And the other thing that I wanted to add is, in that application, you want to get, their pay stubs, their employment letter, license number, SIN number, all that type of information, references, previous landlords, present landlord, employers, all that information. Because, sometimes things do go south and they might just up and leave for whatever reason, and you want to make sure that you have enough information on them so that you can potentially take them to the courts and garnish their wages, right? And that's not something that we enjoy doing, or you should enjoy doing, but, we got to do it. They have an obligation to pay rent. We have an obligation to provide them with a quality home and service them the right way. Okay, I think I'm gonna. Did you have anything else you wanted to add?
No, you said it.
Yeah.
But it's, the reason these systems are in place is not to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
We don't want to be the bad guy. We set standards, and if communication is great with our tenants, we don't enforce the rules that we have for collecting more money. It's not like, they're a minute late, I'm charging you that penalty fee. That's not why the systems are in place. The systems are in place because if they're well timed before saying, I'm going to be late on rent 5 days, we can say thank you for letting me know, and then I don't have to charge you that fee. But if communication is just lost, they're damaging the place, and they're just being a real pain in the ass, to be frank. That's why those are in place, and then you can garnish wages, because at the end of the day, the bank is not going to say, don't worry about the mortgage this month. You know what? It's okay. The tax place isn't going to say,
I wish.
Yeah. You know what? Taxes are okay this month.
We'll take
Merry
you
Christmas.
off this month.
No, you're the owner. You still have real life expenses. So it's a business, and that's why, we want to service well, but at the same time, if it's not making money, it's not a business. So.
Absolutely. So, as always, we like to pump value, give you additional things.
No.
So I'm gonna
bonus.
There's a bonus.
There's a bonus.
And this one, might seem very, I guess, what is the word? Like very small or
obvious.
Obvious, I guess is the better word. Appreciation, right? And I can tell you that this does the most for us, right? And it's all tied in, right? But this really does a lot for you. And what do I mean by appreciation, right? With the welcome letter, we give them a little gift, right? It might be some household items, some cleaning supplies, maybe a $10 Tim card, something of that nature, right? So
also setting standards.
Exactly.
Cleaning supplies.
Yeah. Make sure the damn place is clean.
That's right.
But then on Christmas, we'll go drop off some gifts, right? We'll go drop off some gifts for their kids, for maybe some baked goods and things like that. So we're always touching them. We're very appreciative of them because they're a big part of our business, and we want those long-lasting relationships because it costs money to get a tenant out, get a tenant in. We'd rather have, if we have built a good relationship with someone, to treat them the right way so that they stay with us for a long time, right? That's what we want. We want long-term tenants because they appreciate what we do for them, and we appreciate them living in our unit, right? And this is huge. Okay, so that's your bonus tip for today. And as we mentioned last week on GGI Live, we had a special announcement that we're going to be giving. And some of you may know, we haven't made a full announcement yet, but we are going to be speaking in Toronto in February, the first weekend of February, with Robert Allen. Okay, and Taylor is actually going to be taking the stage there. and he's going to rock it out there. And we are going to give away a VIP ticket. Okay, so that's going to get you reserved seatings. That's going to get you a picture with Robert Allen. It's going to get you a lunch at the event. It's going to be an amazing, amazing event. If you don't know who Robert Allen is, look him up. He is a very known real estate man. He's done a lot of things in the real estate world. Huge in the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Real estate rock star.
Yeah, he's a real estate rock star.
That's right.
And we're going to be, blessed to be speaking alongside him on stage. Taylor's going to be rocking it out, representing the GGI boys. And we want to give you guys a VIP ticket. So we're going to give away one VIP ticket.
Over $500 of value.
Yeah,
front row seating, multiple speakers. Robert Allen, I'll be there as well, among other great speakers. It's just if real estate is your thing, and you want it to be your thing, this event is going to blow you away. Yeah,
and guys, it is in Toronto. It's not that expensive to come out there, so it's going to be well worth it in value that you're going to get at the event, right? So,
change your life.
Excuse me, I got a little cough here, but if you want to come out to this event, we're going to explain next week how you can win this ticket.
A suspense.
Okay? We like to keep it a little suspense, right? So next week, we're going to let you know how you can win this ticket. So make sure that you tune in next week so that you can get a chance, an opportunity to win this ticket and learn tons and tons of value on real estate that you can apply to your business right away. Okay, so that's it for today for GGI Live.
Hope the rental tips were helpful.
Yeah, implement this stuff into your rental business.
Yeah.
I know this will be helpful. Okay, if you implement this is definitely going to help you in your rental business, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Okay, and if you do implement it, comment below. Let us know. We want to know. Okay, anything else?
Thanks for tuning in. Next week, as always, 10:30.
That's
GGI Live.
Dreams are big, but taking action is
bigger.
Way bigger.
Okay.
Like always, guys, go get it. Crush your week.
Have a great Thursday.
Bye now.